Alright guys, today I'm going to be doing two unboxings. Um, I know what both of these are, so no real big surprise for me. One thing first here, I'm going to apologize for last week's video. I know the volume of the sound was down. It's a new phone, and I have another video coming out next week. It's an Ollie's haul. I try to get the volume up as much as possible on that one. Cause I already pre-recorded it. I ran it through I think it was like Power Director and put the volume as far up as I can. So we'll see how that turns out. But hopefully moving forward, I can figure out this microphone nonsense. I used to use like a little standard mic, but I'm just using the phone mic. I think it's gonna just turn out a little bit better. But before we get to these, let's do two from the tomb. So this week I'm gonna do some. See when these came out here. I think it was like late 80s. Some late 80s goodness. So I'm gonna do the Punisher issue number 10. Back us up just a little bit. Guest starring Daredevil. This is my reader copy. I have like 3 or 4 copies of this book. It's probably one of my favorite stories from back in the day. Then also I have Daredevil issue 257. The cool thing about this is it's basically the same story in both, but it's from different perspectives. So I'm gonna just get you to the fight scene. Long story short, this both the Punisher and Daredevil are going after this guy. He's a creep, but he's you know, lacing, putting cyanide in like mouthwash and stuff like that, and he ends up killing like 5 people. So these guys are hunting him down. And it just shows different perspectives. So I'm going to just show you the parts where they it shows how both of them get to that situation. The Punisher goes a little bit more in detail, but it shows the Daredevil. So as you can see, Daredevil is right here. He's holding Frank Castle's up here. You can read that. He's holding this guy up in the air, getting ready to throw him off a building. And old Hornhead here comes. So basically you're seeing it through the Punisher's version of the story this way. And let's see if we can show you the then you got Frank Castle there, the Punisher holding them up. Then you can see like Daredevil coming from behind. And you have a giant fight scene. Probably one of my favorite rivalries in comics is Daredevil versus the Punisher. But then also you get the perspective of this guy watching these two fight it out, and he's like these guys are fighting like I'm not even here. But yeah, I definitely recommend picking this up. I have multiple copies of these books, but yeah, you can see this is just a beat up reader copy. I think I have 2 or 3 copies of this besides this one, and I think I have 2 copies of this. But this is one of them deals like if you can find these pretty cheap. I'm not sure if they ever did it in trade paperback form. I know that Punisher magazine reprinted at least the Punisher side. I can't remember if they did the Daredevil side, but I think they really need to do like a remix of this. Maybe they did. I missed it. Let me know down below. I think splicing these 2 books together and just making it like a trade paperback, because they did a trade paperback for the Punisher and Daredevil's first meeting. I think was it like Daredevil issue 183 through 85. Yeah, it was called Child's Play. I should have brought that out, but yeah, definitely. This has been it was cool to reread these again. So that's the 2 from the tomb. Get my receipt bookmarks out of the way. Before I get to the packages and stuff like that, Uh, I've left a couple messages or I guess comments on some of your pages here. But I thought this, and then ones that I didn't see, pick this book up over their local comic shop or weekly hauls and stuff. But I highly recommend this book. I actually put it on my pull list after reading it. Yeah, it's just a really good story. I mean, the art in it's pretty cool too. It has vampires in it. Yeah. Moon Knight looking like a badass. I've not really been into Moon Knight too much. I have like maybe 20 issues of the first series, his first ongoing series. I read a couple of the Mark Spector books back in the 90s, like if they had crossed over with the Punisher or something like that. But this is like the first one, and then there was one I think mid 2010s. I picked up a couple issues, but I didn't buy them off the rack. I picked them up in like 50-cent boxes. But yeah, this is just like, it's really decent, and it's a good first issue. You don't have to know like the whole, read the whole history or anything like that, or I ended up picking up the facsimile of the Werewolf by Night issue 32 also, so I figured I'd help out a little bit. But you don't even need that. If you just start on reading the first issue here, I ended up putting an order in for the first the cover A for this series, because they only had a couple of the variants, and I went with the Captain America. I thought the flags there were pretty cool looking. But yeah, just flipping through, you can see like vermin. There's one cool spot. This is just the race. Oh, and if you're was that Sleepwalker back in the day? I think it was issue 2, 8-Ball. He reappears in here. Spoiler. But I'll just show you one more thing here. Let me see. I don't want to get like flagged or anything. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's worth the price of admission alone. Moon Knight with a chainsaw. Just like. But yeah, definitely pick this book up if you didn't get it. It's worth at least the first issue. I'm probably gonna be on for at least the first story arc. Hopefully it remains just as good as this first issue. First up, we got a package from mycomicshop.com. Always nothing but the best from them. That's who I put my order through my Moon Knight book, because all the local shops were out of it around here. I was going to get the Scotty Young one too, but I was like, the Scotty Young book that, but I ended up just deciding I want like 30 copies of the same first issue, so I'm fine with the Cap one, and I definitely want the cover A. When I collect books, I always try to get cover A. I'm not really into Virgin variants or anything like that. I can't stand when DC does that, to be honest with you. Even though I bought a couple, I bought like, the last one I bought was like Punchline for the Joker. But that's really the only variant one, and when Art Germ does variant for a character I like. But as always, mycomicshop.com does a stellar job of packing, fast shipping, and no, I'm not a paid not paid to say that. These are just 2 books that I wanted. Gotta keep these bags and boards. I got a couple things to send out pretty soon here. Alright, so first up, this should be no surprise. Red Room, the variant, Love and Rockets variant from Jim Rugg. Great series. Definitely pick this up. Oh, it's getting focus here. There we go. There we go. I think we're focused now, right? Still working on this new phone, guys. I need one of them flip phones where I just like hold it up. But the Jim Rugg variant. Yeah, that's really good looking. They said this was near mint, so I agree. It looks pretty good here. Yeah, definitely. At first I thought there was like a little, but it's on the bag, so it's not bad. Yeah, I think the next issue 3, the Jim Rugg variant, is going to be the homage to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 1 from way back in the day. So I'm going to pick that one up, but I don't want to keep picking up. I'm not really a variant guy, so that might be the last one, unless, of course, issue 4 is really cool. Oh yeah, I picked this up. This is Nightwing issue 81. Yeah, I've been enjoying this series. I think I ended up getting like a Walmart, what was it, 3 or 4 pack or something like a couple weeks ago. Read that story, I enjoyed it. So I've been just going back and picking up some of the second printings on some of the stories, but this is like I haven't read the issue, of course. I believe this is the first full appearance of Heartless. So, but yeah, let's rip it open and see what it looks like inside. Has everybody else been on the Nightwing kick? It seems like it's got to become a must-read. I see it on a couple people's videos, but yeah, that it looks like a. There you go. You can actually see. Yeah, I won't spoil anything more for you, but yeah, it's definitely worth picking up. It's just surprising I ended up picking up it out of a Walmart. Yeah, basically, what do they call those, like blind bags or something like that. It ended up basically probably going to be going on my pull list, at least for this storyline. I'm not sure how many more issues it got left, but next up is, I gotta cover it because I have my last name on the back here. This was an eBay purchase, so this is going to be interesting to see. So we got the Gemini Miller. Can't go wrong with that. That's always good to see. So when we get back, you'll see the finished product, but excellently well packaged. Alright, I'll tell you what, this is probably the most well packaged comic I've ever received. Bravo. There was like layers and layers. And I spent decent money on this purchase. It was I think it came out. Let me see. I got the invoice actually right here. It was originally $27.99. I gave them made an offer for $24 plus like it was like $4 shipping. Let me see. $5 shipping. So I was like, I figure if I can get this under 30 bucks, I'll pick it up. Then I went to, then he came back with an offer. Then he came back with an offer of 24, like 24, something crazy. I was like, you know what, 24 more cents, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll take that deal. But let's get on with the book that actually is. I'm just super happy with this book. To finally have this one in my collection. Probably one of my favorite characters over the past year. So it was just a must-buy for me. I ended up picking up Batman issue 92. This Punchline variant. Wanted this book back in the day. I wanted this book way back in 2020. Make sure there's no glare on there. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah, I wanted to pick this book up last year, but it was like I couldn't find it anywhere around here, and online it was going for anywhere from $40 to $50. So waited my time, you know. Ended up picking up Hell Arisen 3, the first print, during that time. Pretty close to what paid for the price of this one. So it's again, waiting my time. So it's a lesson for people. Like, I mean, I wouldn't do it on Silver Age books if you really want something, because a lot of those books aren't coming down. But if it's a modern, like stuff that came out within the past year, uh, that you want, uh, sometimes it just pays to wait. And so I saved myself pretty much $20. Yeah, that book's it's crisp too. So definitely get some Mylar on this bad boy. Yeah, but Punchline's been one of my favorite characters over the past year. Uh, just a great character. Like I said before in previous videos, they just got to keep her bad. They can't turn her into one of these anti-hero, you know, sort of good, sort of bad. You just got to keep somebody bad, and this is the perfect villain to just keep, like I said, just keep him bad. Yeah, I love this cover too. It's just an awesome cover. Yeah, I also got the was it the Art Germ one, 92, of course, and the regular cover 92. So those books are still out there if you're really interested in getting some books on that character. Let's see. Figured I also got this free DC Connect too. So I was looking through. It's like there's some actually decent books coming out. Like I might want to check out this King Shark, and then what was that one? Black Manta. That's the other one. Wish they showed some of the insides of it, but just gonna be curious to see what it's like. But there was something else that I was like sort of interested in that I don't collect right now. Oh, there's Miracle Molly's first solo. It's just a one shot. I'm not 100% sure. Anybody else reading this Catwoman, man? That's the other thing. Like, I gotta maybe check that one out. What was it I wanted to check out? I'm probably not gonna be able to find. I should have bookmarked this. Yeah. They're coming out with a compendium for Milestone. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but alright guys, two channels I want to shout out to babbling on here at the 18-minute mark. Check these two channels out. I'll put them at the top of the links for I usually put everybody in alphabetical order. I got a list of channels, so definitely check all the channels out down below. Sub them up. They're all good channels. You can't, they do comic hauls and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Check those channels out, but I'll put leave these ones too, and I'll put like 2 asterisks in front of their name so you know who I'm talking about. But I usually put everybody in alphabetical order. I figure, you know, basically just for me, so I can just click on different channels that I enjoy watching instead of, ring those bells while you're down there too. Ring the bells for those guys, man. They put some, these guys are putting out some good content. Not insulting your intelligence or anything like that, raging against everything. Just good old-fashioned comic book hauls, you know, talking about books, reviews, stuff like that. But these 2 new channels I want you to check out are Low Budget Comics and Things. That's with an N, in Things. Does a lot of great comic book hauls and stuff like that. He's a wrestling fan, so definitely check his channel out. Leave a link down below. And also check out Evil's Comics. Great name for a channel, if I don't mind saying. But yeah, definitely check his channel out. He does a lot of comic book hauls also. He does a lot of reviews. I was watching his channel this morning. He was talking about a local comic shop that he goes to sometimes, and how they were doing him a solid by holding some books for him. So I always say that, like, you know, support the shops that support you. What I mean is, like, they'll help you out, even if it's like a harder book or something like that. They put it aside for you. They don't upcharge you at the register or anything crazy like that. Uh, they just support the local, come in here, monthly or whatever, get your books and stuff like that. They might pull something aside for you, like, hey, you might be interested in this. So definitely check those out. Um, Check his channel out. That was a pretty cool video he had this morning. So yeah, definitely check those two links down below. They'll both have asterisks next to their name. Then next week I'll put them in alphabetical order. Sequential Geek came out with another video that's almost must see, man. He did a donut haul. I was enjoying that. I was also he had some good books there, man. I was watching it on the TV, but I was watching it on TV. So I gotta leave him a comment here pretty soon. But he's definitely that was must see. There's a little bit of a round town vibe to it at the beginning. Definitely check Sequential Geek out too. He's down there on the list. You just made the list for you wrestling fans there. Alright guys, and also check out my Instagram. It'll be down there below. I've been really neglecting it lately, so I gotta throw some stuff up there. Definitely gotta, maybe I'll put that Daredevil and Punisher up there today. Just taking pictures of that. When I say today, it's Sunday, so it being yesterday. Alright. We'll talk to you next time.